Hey Aquarius, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast for April 19th through the 25th. We're going to see what's going on for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead. I do want to say real quick, guys, I know a lot of you are asking about the next podcast. It will be up soon, and I'm sorry that the posting's been irregular, but we're returning. We're returning to regular scheduled posting. I will explain what's going on in the podcast. But right now we're going to focus on you, Aquarius. See what's going on for you guys, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead. Alrighty, my darlings. Let's get right on into it. One more shuffle. One more. There we go. I like how your cards are shuffling. Your cards are shuffling really smooth, really easy. So I feel like the energy around the most of you is pretty clear. Or you're very decisive right now, very clear in your head about what you want or where you're headed. Just very clear energy. But we're gonna see what the cards have to say. What did I say? If this isn't confirmation, I don't know what is. Queen of Swords, okay? This is very much that air sign energy, Aquarius. You guys are an air sign, and you are in your element of decisiveness, okay? Queen of Swords doesn't dilly-dally. She's not an uncertain person. She doesn't suffer fools kindly. You're either on board or you need to get out of the way, or she will cut you out of the way, okay? Queen of Swords doesn't have time to play around. She doesn't have time to mess around. She knows where she's headed, and you're either going to help her or not waste her time. This is a card that can come up a lot of the times too when we're very focused, but also having a situation with boundaries. Okay, Aquarius, I feel like you're frustrated because there's something that you've been working on for quite some time, or you keep telling yourself that you're gonna get it done, like a side project or a personal goal, and every time you get close, and for some of you, there's a financial element involved. Like you keep putting money aside for something, and every time you get close, all of a sudden there's some kind of an emergency. There's some kind of a catastrophe. Oh, Aquarius, we need you to hand over that money. Or Aquarius, oh, please, you got to drop what you're doing. You got to come help me with my problem. And so it's like you've come so close to um this goal, this idea, this project so many times, and you keep getting distracted. And so with the Queen of Swords energy, Aquarius, I feel like you see it and you're not willing to put up with the distraction anymore. And you're like, nope, 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 sorry, closed, can't help you. This kind of energy, and you're not feeling bad about it. That's the best thing, is when we can set boundaries and not feel guilty or not feel bad about it. I feel some of you, Aquarius, are shielding yourself from old energies. I feel for some of you, and this is not a love reading, I really want to clarify and I really want to emphasize this, that the weekly forecasts, I try to focus about you and your life, and I keep the love reading separately, right? I do a monthly love reading, and I put the link in the description of the videos for those of the people that want to watch the love videos. I'm just going to touch real quick here on it for some of you, for a small amount of you. I feel like you have an ex, like somebody you were involved with romantically who is an ex. You guys aren't together anymore. But I feel like you may have cut this person off or ended the relationship because they're involved in some shady stuff. Okay, like you kind of saw that they were doing things that were unethical, maybe even against the law, God forbid. But like you distanced yourself from it, and now I feel like you're going an even deeper level, and you're distancing yourself from any mutual friends. You may be going through social media and hiding your profile from a lot of people, or just full on unfriending them or blocking them. Some of you may be changing your phone number. Even if you don't have the situation here of somebody doing something shady, I feel a lot of you are cleaning house. You're cleaning house in a very, very thorough way. Okay. um Sometimes we get drama in our life because we'll disconnect from certain people, but we don't disconnect from the mutual friends. Okay, and so we're still in a way holding on to that energy. And so I think some of you are really, really kind of like, you've been seeing, oh, there's drama coming in, it's not enough to stay away from that person, I got to stay away from that person's friends kind of thing here for some of you. The next card coming in for Aquarius is the Four of Swords. You are tired. You have been through it. You want to rest. You want to disconnect. You want some time away. When the Four of Swords comes up for me in a reading, typically it's telling me that the person I'm reading for, emotionally and mentally, you have been through the ringer. You need to rest. You need to recuperate. You need to recover. Okay. Now, I don't want to get all dramatic here because I kind of have a feeling or a sense that a lot of you have had a lot of drama around you. And that's why, like, you're in this clear energy now where you're like, nope, don't want it. Not going to allow it into my life. Moving on. But for those of you that you do have somebody in the past that you distance yourself from, like, shady behaviors, Four of Swords can sometimes mean, not always, but sometimes it could mean that somebody's going to jail. Okay, there could be somebody going to jail or somebody in jail that's reaching out to you like, oh, can you do me a favor? Can you help me? Can you bail me out? Or can you do this or can you do that? And some of you are saying, no, 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 I can't. Or maybe not even responding at all. Some of you may be receiving an apology from somebody who is in jail or maybe some kind of rehab facility, and you might not be feeling ready to receive it. If that's the case, Aquarius, I just want to say don't beat yourself up about that, especially those of you, Aquarius, who are like on a really spiritual path and you're like trying to be positive and you're trying to be open-minded. Sometimes we're not ready. Sometimes we're not ready to receive an apology. Okay, that's a part of the human experience. So don't beat yourself up like woulda, shoulda, coulda. You should do this. You should do that. You shouldn't. This shouldn't be bothering you. There's no such thing as that, right? There is no should, right? It is what it is. So I want to say, Aquarius, don't beat yourself up if you're feeling like you don't want to let somebody in right now. And I do feel some of you are having people around you saying, oh, come on, Aquarius, that's sad, don't be mean. But Queen of Swords energy, I kind of think you've had it. You're at your limit and you've had it. Your next card here is the Seven of Wands. You're not backing down. Like Tom Petty, I won't back down. And so Seven of Swords, no, not Seven of Swords, I'm sorry, Seven of Wands. Those are not swords, those are wands. Seven of Wands can be a card about, protecting our space or standing up for ourselves without having to exert ourselves too much. What do I mean by that? We have all these wands down here trying to get at him, and he's just standing in this spot. That's all he's doing. He's not trying to, knock the sticks out of their hands. He's not saying anything. He's not trying to convince them that they should leave him alone. He's just staying in a safe spot. And so when I see the Seven of Wands, you might be dealing with people who can sense and feel that you're climbing out of the chaos and they don't want you to. They still want to hold on to you. So they may be trying to pull you back down into the mud. They may be trying to pull you back down into the drama. And Seven of Wands says all you have to do is just keep doing what you're doing. You don't have to have a talk with them and explain to them how you feel, or you don't want to talk to them anymore, or they're being negative and they shouldn't be negative. You don't have to explain anything to anybody. Just stay on your path. That's all you have to do. And some of you Aquarius are frustrated because you're like, I don't know when these people are going to get it. I don't know when they're going to leave me alone. They're going to eventually get it. All you have to do is stay on your path, and they're going to get tired of trying. They're going to get tired of pulling at you. I do want you to be cautious though, Aquarius, because like I said, Seven of Wands tells me sometimes you have someone that is purposefully doing things to get your attention. You know how some people, like, they just want attention even if it's negative attention? So they may be stirring the pot with you a little bit. Don't give in. Don't let them pull you into the mud, so to speak. If this is a work situation, some of you might know, you might have already had a supervisor come up to you and tell you that they're considering promoting you or they're considering training you for a different department, And I feel like that gossip traveled really fast, and you might have people around you that are kind of trying to set you up. Like they're saying things or they're doing things so that you'll react or you'll get mad, or you'll say something, and then they're like, oh look, Aquarius isn't good, Aquarius has a temper, or Aquarius got all emotional, or Aquarius can't handle their work, they're too stressed out, or Aquarius said something negative about the boss. Like they're trying to kind of like knock you down, right? And so you might have people who are envious, they want to be standing where you're standing, and Spirit says you don't have to fight, you don't have to get scared, you don't have to go into battle. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Your next card here, my darlings, is the Knight of Swords. I told you. Some of you are having some negative energy coming your way. Knight of Swords can also indicate things happening very quickly, things happening very fast. However, okay, in this instance, with all these other cards, Knight of Swords gives me the sense and the feeling that this is someone coming up and trying to stir the pot, so to speak, trying to create problems, or specifically trying to challenge you. Somebody's trying to challenge you. Somebody's trying to make you second guess your thinking, the conclusions you've come to. They maybe kind of want to take away some of your confidence, and it's because they feel very threatened. But look, you're the queen in the situation. I don't care if you're the machoest dude on the planet. You're showing up as the queen of wands. Queen of, I don't know why I keep saying wands and swords, mixing them up. But you're showing up as the Queen of Swords. You're showing up as the Queen of Swords. Okay? Queen of Swords, it's the characteristic, it's the personality. So don't go get all offended and say, oh, I'm a macho guy. Guys watch tarot readings too. Why are you saying we're the Queen of Swords? It's the personality thing. And I won't break it down too much. But regardless, you're royalty. You're a ruler. And the person coming at you is a knight, right? They're not a king, they're not a queen, they're a knight. So even if they're coming at you, they're not equipped. You don't have to be worried. My dad used to always tell me growing up, let small dogs bark, right? Small dogs like to bark. Let small dogs bark. They're making a lot of noise because they feel threatened, and that's all they have. That's all they can kind of come at you with. So you don't have to be scared about it. You don't have to like feel like you have to defend yourself. I almost feel like the Knight of Swords is rushing in on his horse and then jumping off the horse and like running at you and tripping and falling on his face. Like that's the feeling or the vibe that I'm getting, right? This is like you're gonna show that you're not gonna be giving people this negative energy that they're trying to get, or this negative attention that they're trying to get. So just stay your course and understand and know that anybody that's challenging you is challenging you because they feel threatened by you. They feel envious of you, and they're trying to like stand up and push you out of the way so they can be standing where you're standing. I do feel for some of you, I'm very sorry to say, but I do feel for some of you, this is within a family dynamic where there's some jealousy. So I don't know if it's a sibling rivalry where they're trying to make you look bad in front of your parents, or if this is like an in-law situation where like maybe you're married and the person's mother or siblings or whatever are like trying to say, hey, don't listen to your spouse is bad, listen to us, your spouse doesn't know what they're talking about. You might have like tension with your partner's family, with your in-laws. I feel like Spirit is saying, like, just kind of hold tight. Like, the truth is going to reveal itself. You stay in peace. You stay balanced. If you try to point out to your partner and say things like, oh, look how toxic your family is, look at what they're doing, they're not ready to hear that. But I almost feel like if you just kind of stay in your peaceful energy and just keep doing what you're doing and not get pulled into the fighting or the arguing, you're going to see your partner's going to turn around and say, honey, I am so sorry. My family is being so toxic. I don't like the way that they're behaving. I don't like what they're doing. And, like they're going to see. But I feel if you try to say it, they're going to get all defensive, right? And that's just how it is, right? If you have siblings or if you have parents, you might complain about them. But if I walked up to you and if I insulted your parents or your siblings or somebody else did, you would stand up for your family or your friends. You'd be like, oh, you can't talk about them like that, you know? So I feel like it's one of those things. Just stay the course. Just stay the course and the truth will reveal itself. Your next card here, my dears, is the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is not being satisfied in a situation. You don't like what you're being offered and you don't like what you're being given. Okay, Four of Cups for me, and those of you that watch my readings may have heard me talk about this before, it makes me think of one of the writings by Rumi. Rumi was a mystic. He was a spiritual poet, and he wrote about divine discontentment. And divine discontentment is the concept of, like, we start realizing that we are a child of God, that we're a child of the universe, that we deserve a lot more, right? Like, we deserve a lot more, and we've been setting the bar kind of low. Okay, and that's the energy you're coming into, Aquarius. I feel like you're coming into a really a healthy sense of entitlement. We think of entitlement and we think of it as like a negative thing, like, oh, you think the world owes you, or you think people should just give you everything. But sometimes we can have a healthy sense of entitlement where we know that, like, hey, I deserve this, right? I deserve this. Abundance is our nature, right? We're children of the universe. We're children of God. Unconditional love is our birthright. And abundance is our nature. We are abundant by nature. So it's kind of like, why shouldn't I have more in my life? And I don't mean it like in a gold digging financial kind of way. Keep in mind, abundance is all good things. It's not just about money, but it's about having your needs met. Okay, having your needs met, having plenty. Okay, and that can come in a lot of different ways, but in general, you're realizing that you're worthy and deserving of more. Okay, Aquarius, this isn't going to be for all of you, but I feel some of you, maybe in the past, you came off as kind of like really know it all, or really like, look at me, I'm so perfect, I'm better than you guys. And you weren't trying to do that. You weren't trying to come off that way. I think some of you felt like you were trying to prove yourself. Like, I don't make mistakes. I'm very accurate, right? I know what I'm talking about. But it wasn't like in a way where you were like, I'm better than you. It was a way that you were trying to keep up with everybody else in your mind. Like, try to demonstrate your value so that they like you, kind of thing. And I feel a lot of you are breaking out of that. And you're realizing, no, I don't have to prove anything to anybody. So be sure to watch your moon, sun, and rising sign videos. Some weeks those may resonate more than others. Might bring you a little extra information that could be helpful. Some of you may want to check out the love videos for April that are linked in the description. May will be up soon. And if you would like a private reading, my darlings, you can go to calendly.com/amethystangelite. Schedule a private reading there. I'll also have the link in the description. And please do me a favor, guys. I'm begging you. Those of you who do schedule a private reading with me, I know you're in a hurry and you just want to get the form done. I get that. I understand that. But just take a moment and make sure that the email address you're giving me is the email address where you want me to send the reading, and make sure that there's no typos, because if there's one little typo in your email address, I can send you your reading 100 times. It's going to keep getting bounced back. And then you're going to be like 2 weeks later, where's my reading? Where's my reading? And I'm trying to send it to you, but I don't have the right email address. So please, 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 please be sure to give me the right email address. Thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Have a wonderful week, my dears. Bye.